But listen, you don't need entitlement, you don't need handouts and all that stuff to make it big. Our guest is sharing the story of his family's sacrifice and hard work that led them to sweet success, if you will. We want to welcome entrepreneur and author Joseph Sempervino. We want to welcome you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
It's really good to have you. This is really interesting. You are proof that anyone can realize their dreams because through that hard work, you and your family have basically turned cookies into millions of dollars. How did the Sempervivo family do this? Like, tell us the story.
When I was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 9, there was nothing in the market that was sugar-free and safe for diabetic kids to eat. So, long story short, I invented a very first sugar-free ice cream, asked my parents to make me a sugar-free cookie after selling it to the market for 3 years. I said, please, let's share this with other diabetics. So that's what we started doing, and now we're making 12 million cookies a day.
And diabetics around the world, thank you.
Yes.
They're celebrating you. Yeah. So as you mentioned, your mom wanted you to enjoy eating cookies again. So how did you guys, you told us how it started, but how did you really get the cookie business to take off? Like, what do you think was the turning point there?
What we did is we really went store to store and did demos and introduced our cookies to everybody, and at first it was just for diabetics. And the real thing that we wanted to focus on was not only quality but price. We wanted the best quality cookie but at the best price. So our goal was to get a 6-ounce bag of cookies and sell it retail at $1.
Wow.
Yeah, so all of our cookies are sold at $1 at retail.
And a lot of people, at least I know I do, I worry when people say things are sugar-free. I'm like, okay, well then what's in there to make it sweet? Right. You know?
Exactly right. We have 5 to 7 ingredients. We have one sweetener, and it's a chicory root derived. It's called maltitol.
Wow.
So
sugar alcohol, which doesn't impact the blood sugar the same.
It's like you're a dietitian or a nutritionist or something. All right, so we want to relate this to everybody who's watching because we're saying let go of that sense of entitlement, do some hard work. You have tips on how you can make family a part of your business plan, and we'll start with some of these that we've got here. Create job titles for each family member, so everybody needs something to do.
Absolutely. There's always that lack of clarity. We don't want one family member over the other to feel entitled. So what you do is you define their role. Here's a job title. This is what your responsibility is.
Okay, create work expectations. Establish a paper trail. Now, we've heard this several times. Every time we have a successful business person on the show, they say this.
Right. Paper trails are critical. When you, a lot of times, just naturally, people forget their conversations 3 months, 6 months later, because we all have hectic, busy schedules. So you send a little email. Anything that's critical and that's important, that's a long-term message, send an email.
Okay. All right, define a clear set of goals and then establish a firm family meeting time every week.
That's really important.
Yeah.
The communication
How do those family meetings go, though? How do you keep the family part and the business part?
That's what I was going to ask. Exactly.
It's very energetic. You could definitely feel the energy in the room, and I was always taught about love and working together and communicating. So it wasn't so bad for our company as it was for a lot of other family businesses. But you want that defined role. We're going to, every Friday, that defined meeting time, we're going to meet at Friday at 1:30 in this room or a neutral place, a coffee bar, whatever. Everybody sits around, they talk about how their week went and what their expectations are for the next week.
Because at the end of the day, it's a business, not just a family. I mean, yes, it's a family business, but we need to make this run as a business. And so your book, Madness, Miracles, and Millions, I'm assuming that a lot of these tips are in here?
Yeah, we have a lot of, it's more about our family, how our family business got started and all the struggles that we went through, from being broke to getting a business started that's, a family business started that's successful.
Very cool.
Well, our challenge today is to let go of entitlement, and it's very, very important, and you've achieved enormous success. So the question is, if you had to do it any differently, would you?
Absolutely not. We weren't handed anything. We had no money. So it was all about hard work and dedication and dividing up our week. I divided up my week 168 hours a week, and my goal was to maximize as many hours as I could out of the 168 hours. I worked about 130.
But you know what I love that you did is that you created there was a need. There was a need for a sugar-free cookie, and you created a solution for that. And that's what makes people successful.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And you have to have a passion for what you do. It's not about the money, the purpose of getting in business. It's not about, oh, I'm gonna be the next Zuckerberg or something like that. You do it because you love it. And everything else will follow.
We can feel your passion.
Well, I want to thank you for being here. And you guys, his book is available at madnessmiraclesmillions.com, so make sure you check that out.